What if I told you that one of the most unglamorous products, a bag of ice, could earn someone $71,000 a year? Meet Brett Gentry. He's a 25-year lineman from tiny Mena, Arkansas, who discovered that frozen water was the ticket to a surprisingly lucrative side hustle. In today's video, we'll dive into Brett's story, how he went from utility poles to ice machines, and exactly how you could replicate his success. Brett had spent decades crawling poles for a utility company, and as retirement neared, he knew he needed a steady income stream. He considered opening a feed store but dismissed it as too time-consuming. Instead, he stumbled on something far simpler, an ice vending machine. In his sleepy town of just about 500 people, he saw an opportunity in the most mundane product imaginable: bags of ice. The idea sounded almost too boring to be true. Brett decided to give it a shot. Brett's first machine went up not in a busy city, but at a local state park about 10 miles from his home. Every summer, people flock to that park for boating and camping, and they need ice. So Brett leased a small lot there, hooked up water and power, and placed a bright vending machine full of 20-pound ice bags. It turned out to be a gold mine. On average, that one machine sold about 900 bags per month. At $1.50 a bag, that's roughly $350 in revenue every month. After deducting about $250 for water and maintenance, Brett kept about $1,100 as pure profit from that single machine. Suddenly, his boring idea was paying him over $13,000 a year, and this was just one site. Brett didn't stop there. He reinvested his earnings and replicated the formula at 4 more locations. Each new machine was placed strategically. Think other parks, busy gas stations, or convenience stores with heavy traffic. Before long, he had 5 machines running. Together, they were pulling in roughly $5,000 to $6,000 per month in passive income. That's on the order of $60,000 to $72,000 per year, aligning with that $71,000 figure we mentioned. And the best part? Brett's hands-on time was minimal. He only needed to visit each machine a few hours a week to refill water and collect cash. So why did this frozen water machine work so well? The answer is simple. It's a boring business with fat margins. There are no employees to pay and no perishable inventory. Once installed, it runs 24/7, mostly by itself. The average ice vending machine can clear between $25,000 and $75,000 a year, and Brett proved it. Let's break down the math to see how. A busy ice machine might sell about 75 10-pound bags per day. That's about 525 bags per week. Producing 20 pounds of ice costs almost nothing, roughly 25 for 100 pounds of water, so about 15 cents per 20-pound bag. Let's call it 15 to 20 cents, including power. Brett charges roughly $1.75 for a 20-pound bag. Some places charge $2. At those prices, each bag nets about $1.60 profit. Multiply $1.60 by 75 bags a day, and you get about $120 profit per day on weekdays, more on weekends. That's roughly $840 per week, or $3,360 per month from one machine. Actually, in Brett's case, he was averaging about $195 profit per day, $5,800 per month, once his machine was fully ramped up. Some days more if business picked up. In practical terms, if things go well, one machine alone can net around $500 to $800 a month, about $70,000 a year. That's the rough ceiling. Realistically, Brett's location, a state park, did slightly under that, but adding 4 machines got him close. So the numbers do add up, passive income in the tens of thousands per year from a single device. Let's talk about what you would need if you wanted to do this yourself. Here's a quick checklist, breaking it down. Location. You need a piece of property, either you own it or lease it, with heavy traffic. Think at least 10,000 cars per day passing by. Common picks are gas stations, convenience stores, boat ramps, or parks. High visibility, street level, and easy parking are a must. Water supply. The machine needs a water hookup to make ice. This usually means plumbing access or a nearby spigot. Electric power. Ice machines run 24/7 and use power to freeze water. Make sure your site can supply standard electricity. The machine itself. quality ice vending machine, e.g. 20-pound bag dispenser, costs roughly $20,000 to $100,000. New machines are expensive, but this business often uses financing. Many vendors offer equipment loans. For example, a $35K machine can be financed at about $300 per month over 10 years. You'll need some cash up front for lease, machine, setup. But consider financing the machine so most of your cash goes to site prep. Vendors like Ice House America have financing plans for entrepreneurs. Permits and install. Don't forget permits. A local permit for an unattended vending machine might run $50, $100 a month, depending on city. Also, you'll need to pour concrete pads or install parking bumps to protect the machine. The rule of thumb is to budget about $100 per month extra for permits and maintenance reserves. Maintenance plan. Plan for occasional repairs. Choose a reputable machine brand. Many companies offer service plans. Reading reviews and talking to existing owners helps pick the right model. Okay, here's how you'd actually go from zero to running ice machines. Research and scout. Find a high-traffic location and get permission, owner lease, to put your machine there. Confirm the 10K cars day footfall, visibility, and ease of parking. Set up utilities. Ensure you can get water and electricity to the spot. Sometimes this means running a water line or extending power. Check local codes. Choose a machine. Decide on a machine size, 10-pound, 20-pound bag capacity, and brand. Place the order or arrange financing. Site prep, pour a pad, install curbs, bumper blocks, and prepare signage. Install and stock. Have the machine delivered, set up, and tested. Stock it with bags, fill the water tank, and program the price, often controlled by credit cards or cash. Go live. Turn on the machine and promote it if possible. Social posts a sign. Now it works 24/7, selling ice while you sleep. Once it's running smoothly, you just maintain it. Collect cash coins, refill water filters, and clean the machine every few weeks. Brett's machines required only about 10 hours of work per week total across all machines. Most of his income was truly passive. It helps to look at a monthly budget. Say you finance the machine for $300, pay $300 rent for the land, and $100 for permits maintenance. That's $700 fixed costs per month. If you're selling a $1.60 profit per bag, you only need to sell about 14 bags per day. 14 bags, punter 60, 30 days at $672 to cover those costs. Any sales beyond 14 days clear profit. A well-placed machine can easily sell 50-plus bags on peak days, so the math is very favorable. Over time, machines often pay for themselves in about 2 years. After that, it's mostly profit. And since machines last 10-plus years, the ROI is great. Of course, actual numbers depend on location and pricing, but Brett's experience shows that even in a small town, he's way ahead. Once Brett saw the first machine working, he duplicated it. He followed the same process 4 more times, each in a new spot, often another park or busy store nearby. Each new machine is essentially another independent revenue stream. You can grow this business one machine at a time. The more sites you manage, the more money you make. Some ice entrepreneurs end up with dozens of machines in their portfolio. For Brett, just 5 machines led to roughly $5 to $6K monthly without adding any employees. If you do add machines, plan your schedule, maybe service a couple machines each day, or hire a part-timer eventually. But early on, it's easy to handle multiple machines yourself. And remember to learn from Brett. Repeat what worked, good sites, and avoid what didn't. Don't like this video. Seriously, don't. And whatever you do, don't subscribe to this channel, because who wants more boring business ideas that quietly make people $70K a year? Not you. You probably prefer loud, complicated ones that don't work. Alright, if you're still here, fine. Like it and subscribe to the channel as well, maybe. But don't say we didn't warn you.